Welcome, friends. Welcome to today's Reconsider It live stream. Best live stream you're gonna see all day. And here on this live stream, you are going to get a very nice hour of some live looping. This is all vocals, bringing in the synth as well. The synth isn't connected to the loopers, though. Loopers, that's all vocals. You're going to get an hour of that hanging out and a tinkering in the studio style. Man, it's going to be good. My regulars know what it is. If you are new to the Reconsider It live streams, welcome! You made the right decision joining us. We want you here. Right now we are in a warm-up phase. We are just hanging out to this foundation of a beat that I made before the stream began. We are getting the blood flowing. And here in this warm-up phase, while we are hanging out, I need to celebrate. I need to celebrate you. Thank you for being here. Whether you are here with us live in the chat, or you are here with us live, but you are not in the chat, or you are here with us after the stream, watching on replay, however it is that you are here with us, thank you for being here. I'm going to celebrate you at this time in this way. I have got my drink. I am going to count to 3. I am going to count to 3. It is going to be a glorious, amazing experience. You are invited to join the rest of us as we cheers along and celebrate our togetherfulness. And it all begins, of course, my friends, on 1. Yes. This is good. This build-up has already begun, my friends, because 2. Yes. And what comes next, you know what is coming. 3. Clink. Cheers, my friend. Man, that's good. That's really good. That is like the goodness. Oh, that's good. Please like this video. Please subscribe. I could use some subs. Nice. Whew. All right, my friends. We have got a Tinker stream on our hands.
This is good. This is really good, in fact.
How could it possibly be this good? Oh, the goodness. For my musician friends who like to jam along, this one is tuned to the key of B flat. That is to say, B flat. B as in boss. A Boss RC505. B flat. Major, of course. Everything I do on these loopers is major.
Everything I do on these loopers is major.
All right, so we got this B flat. I think I'm going to play around in the synth a little bit, including finding a good sound patch that'll work well here. See right now, as I get caught up on the chat, that Ming has joined us. Mink says, I had to jump on when I saw you're doing a live. It's awesome to see you still going strong, bro, for real. Thank you. Yeah, isn't it, I've noticed that, like, I've been, I guess, if, to the degree that I am a YouTuber now, I see myself as just, you know, a creative force. I'm doing music, specifically live looping. Yes, I'm on YouTube. But I guess for as long as I've been an active artist on YouTube, doing my live streams and posting content in the past 1 to 2 years, I have noticed that there does seem to be a lot of people who seem to only be active for a little bit. Artists, that is, a number of months, and then that's it. And then I don't hear any more from them. I don't see any more videos, any more live streams. So I was a little surprised to discover that as I became an active YouTube artist and, you know, got to know other YouTube artists' content and their pages, and, you know, chat with them in the comments. It is good to see, though, that there are a number of artists, there are plenty, a number of artists who are just like, yep, been doing this for however many years. Certainly going to keep going. I've been doing my music in one form or another in a very active way since probably like 19 1999 or 2000. Probably worth just saying 2000 for calculation purposes. So that's 25 years of actively being an artist and making content. Not always with the live loopers, not always with rapping, just actively producing content on a very frequent basis. Mink says, absolutely, you are a YouTuber, bro. You've been consistent. Give yourself a pat on the back. Pat on the back has been given. Thank you for encouraging me to give myself a pat on the back. By the way, if you don't know Mink, if you don't know Mink's page, Mink Made, check out his page. Check out Mink Made. Mink as in, you know, like the fur, the animal, or the, you know, mink, whatever. Mink Made makes beats. You are going to find a lot of beats there on Mink's page that you like, that you personally like. There's going to be some that you listen to and you're like, yeah, that's dope. I see what you're talking about. And then there's going to be others you listen to that you're like, hold on. I have to stop what I'm doing. Wait, just. You're going to do that on some of Mink's tracks too. I see right now. As I get caught up in the chat. The Glitch Moth is with us, which is dope. Glitch Moth says, hey, do you take requests? I do not. Or how about this? I mean, you could put requests in the chat if you want. There is like a virtually 100% probability that I will not follow up on them. I don't do covers, which is I assume is what you mean when you say requests. Do some kind of cover. I just don't have the skill. I don't know how to do anything other than like what is immediately inspiring me in the moment. That's all I know how to do. I don't even like do my own songs the same way. There have been times that I have done that. Like to perform, I would at least keep a predictable drum beat. But usually everything is just completely off the top of the head kind of stuff. I cannot do other people's stuff. I cannot do covers. Or how about this? I never have, and I expect that I won't. So I do not. I am not in the practice of. And do not advertise my availability for. Glitch Moth clarifies and says, oh, no, I wasn't going to request a song. Really? What, okay. What? I guess what is it? Before I give a yes or no, like, what is the request? Can I do a full beatbox and loop it? Oh, you mean like instead of the individual, what do you call them? Individual, like, kick drum, clap, and the shaker, just like a straight, full beatbox. That's what you're talking about? That's what I used to do. Before I had two loopers, I used to have to do that, if that is what you're talking about. I only had the bottom looper, and I used to dedicate this leftmost channel to the full beatbox, the full, like, only one layer of drums. And then these other ones would be, you know, bass line or whatever they were. That is what you're talking about. That's what Glitchmoth is talking about. Could I do it, like, with this? I don't know if I could do it on this. So that's the full stack of. There you have it. As I say, that's what I used to have to do. I have two basic styles of doing percussion, vocal percussion. There's this one you're hearing now, which is like a that sort of flavor. The other one is the that's the other main. I know those are my two main flavors of beatboxing. Glitch Moss says, "Oh, good, thank you. That was nice." Good. Does it work with all of it together, though? Yes. Glitchma says, do that stuff without effects. You mean like the total acapella I was just doing? Oh. Glitchma says, can you fill this fifth track over here with something that's no effects or anything, just straight beatboxing? Could. That's the no effects at all. Ugh. Ugh. That's difficult. That's difficult. I'm able to demonstrate, but boy, woo. It just occurred to me, as I said, woo, right there. Is that what people start talking about when they say woof? Sometimes you tell somebody something and it's like, you know, maybe mild, sort of inconvenient news. Not exactly bad news. Just sort of like, oh, that's kind of, ooh, man, that kind of sucks. And you make someone go, woof. But sometimes people say, oh, woof. And I'm like, where's that coming from? What do you mean, woof? Why are you saying woof all of a sudden? I wonder if that's what it is. This, like, exasperated woof. Because that kind of sounds like a big woof. Glitchma says, I like this, the fifth track. Really? You like this? I am shocked. Glitchma says, now get difficult. I mean, that's about as difficult as I get. As I say, I'm not some beatboxer. I don't claim to be some really dope beatboxer. That's not my strength. My strength is more the managing all of these loops simultaneously and you know, improvising. But I am not some Swiss beatbox champion. Those guys are wild. These like professional beatboxers, the stuff they could do, nuts. Nuts. Glitchmaw says, I enjoyed this experimentation. Yeah, I agree. I was not expecting that at all. Now that you've given me some feedback that this more a cappella, like really pure, unadulterated, mid sound effects, but strong rhythm beatboxing. That sounds all right. You could experiment more with that. I also have considered more of the just like improvised ad hoc additional layer of more percussion. So if that landed well, I see Glitchmaw says noise. So that sounded like that worked all right. So I might do more of that. I have wanted to do that in the past on and off. Friends, this has been a very amazing tinkering in the studio stream. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you for making this better. Thank you for improving this with your presence. Glitchmaw says it's good to layer, so having multiple layers, including the really raw vocals, makes sense. This is good feedback. And whereas this live stream was so good, even on account of you being part of it, I hope to see you in the next live stream. My regulars know that we have got a variety of live streams types on the menu here on Reconsider It's Music Sketchpad. Today we're in the lower right, tinkering in a studio, no structure whatsoever. Building a beat on the loopers, it's all vocals, bringing in the synth, talking with you about stuff. Tinkering in a studio is whatever happens, happens. Who knows what's going to happen when we're tinkering in a studio? Join us for the next tinkering in the studio. That's where I'm leaning. I'm leaning into those. I'm really feeling those lately. So you might get some more of those. Also in the upper right, we have 505 beat making, another one I've been doing a lot of recently, where I build up a beat and I talk about everything I'm doing on the loopers so that you can get some insights into how to use these machines in case you want to use them too. Join us for 505 beat making. In the upper left, we got Loops and Chill. Loops and Chill is like you saw me at the bar doing a show, playing at the venue. It looks like a well-rehearsed performance. Nope. Totally improvised, building the plane while I'm flying it, making up the beats, making up the arrangements. Join us for Loops and Chill. In the lower left, we got Unspoken, which is a lot like today's stream. Loopers, synthesizer, but no talking at all. Not any talking for even 1 second on the entire stream. Join us for Unspoken. Whichever type of stream it is that you join us for next, my friends, I am looking forward to seeing you then. And until then, please have a very good rest of your day today. Please have a very impressive and amazing and healing rest of your day today. Please let the rest of your day today bring you to entirely new levels of what you feel is even possible for you to experience, for you to live for real with your feet on the ground, not in imagination, not affirmative, positive self-talk, what you can actually live and experience. Please have that expanded today, my friends, and I will see you in the next Reconsider It live stream. Thank you.